Excuse me.
Welcome to Haunts, Graves, and Omens. Happy Halloween.
Welcome. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, fool.
It's even funnier because you can't see him.
Yes, makes it even funnier. My name is Fred Stewart, and I am your Wendigo this evening. And with me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Taylor.
Actually, it's Jimmy Buffett, so.
Okay, it's Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I'm not Taylor today.
Great. And with us running cameras and sound is our boy, Martine.
Hey, fool, it's Martine. Break yourself, fool. Fuck you.
Love it. It's very Breaking Bad character of you. As you can see, I did not get the memo.
Did I not include you on that email?
No, you didn't.
shit.
You did not. It's,
Sorry.
yeah. It kind of, probably would have helped a little bit,
Thought I CC'd you in.
You know what, man? Just fucking... there we go. Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's
Hey.
he's not a Wendigo after all.
Oh, I am a Wendigo.
Oh, he is a Wendigo still.
I'm an Appalachian Wendigo, dude.
What if you put this on and your glasses over?
What? This mask on?
the
Well, I have no ears,
well,
so it's got nothing to hold on to.
super cool one.
Yeah, that's what you suggested the other day, and I said that's a terrible idea. Come here, Eduardo. Let's everybody talk about their costumes. Tay, you chose to be Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. Do you want me to say why?
Yeah,
I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun.
that's fair.
That was my whole thinking. I was just like, I don't know. Why don't I just be Jimmy Buffett?
Did you bring drugs? Because I feel like Jimmy Buffett always has drugs.
I don't know if he might have smoked weed, but I don't think he did anything else.
That we know of.
So, I guess that we know of, but
I mean, they basically, the reason why condoms are called Jimmys is because Jimmy, that man had a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Probably.
Don't look it up. I just told you it's a fact. You don't need to look it up.
Jimmy Buffett got bitches, probably.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Bro, Jimmy Buffett got hella bitches.
I can't get my arm out.
What is happening? Do you need help?
Yeah, there's a little zipper on the back. If you could just be a doll and just reach back into my skin suit and just bring the one that's on the bottom down.
I don't like that whole sentence you just said.
Down?
Yep.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
It's just enough to get my arm out so I can run the fucking laptop. Anyway, we're doing scary stories. Last year we did fucking crimes on Halloween, which was super fun. Mm-hmm. This year we're telling some scary stories.
Oh.
Still got my other ghoul hand here. So there
Hell
you go.
yeah.
But we got a lot to get through. I got a lot of really fun stories. I don't have any true crime news. So
Me neither. Not that I can think of, at least.
yeah, Marty, you didn't go over your costume, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Marty.
What about your costume?
I'm my buddy Chato. Gangster.
I love it.
Blast.
Where's your Chucky?
Fuck, I didn't bring my Chucky with me.
Oh, dude.
Damn it.
Left the house without the Chucky?
I feel so unsafe.
That's so funny. And
That's
then
not what a cholo would say. I feel so unsafe.
I feel so unsafe. I'm very insecure. Yeah. And then I'm an Appalachian Wendigo. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Are we having fun?
Yeah.
Very fun.
But if you guys are ready, let's hop into the scary stories and get scared.
I'm ready.
All right. I have a lot of good
do it.
ones and a lot of bad ones. And you guys are going to have to guess which one's which.
I think we'll be able to tell.
All right. Let's get that ambient up a little bit, Marty. Let's get nice and spooky. Let's build it. This comes from user Feeling Sky 7775. I'm trapped in a cage waiting for my turn to die. They invaded our home, abducted me. It was a matter of seconds. I didn't have the chance to put up a fight. There are 4 of us left, huddled in this prison, waiting for our turns to die. Every hour they take one of us from the cage to torture and kill. They bring out the carcasses and parade them around, taunting us. For fun? For revenge? None of us have figured out why. And when I know in my last moments of life, all I can do is think about my family and friends who I know will suffer the same fate soon enough, if they haven't already. I look up, 3 more prisoners are shoved in, equally as distressed as the rest of us. They topple on top of me, pushing me into the corner of the cage. One of the captors peers in, carefully examining the lot of us. He reaches in and forcefully grabs me. His grip is strong and unforgiving. I struggle but give up quickly. I'm bound too tightly to do anything. He brings me back and lays me down, his eyes cold as he grabs a knife and carefully sharpens it. I look around. The 6 others that enter the cage with me are sprawled out across the room, motionless. With a loud crunch echoes as I am impaled in the back with his blade. Not before I hear the same words I have heard countless times since I got here. Welcome to Red Lobster!
That was
Yeah.
unexpected, and I like that. I like that. That wasn't what I was thinking that was
No,
going to
that's pretty good, right?
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
All right.
I
Tay,
enjoyed that one.
do you want to do one? Or Marty, you want to do one?
I'll go Tay first.
All right. I gotta do it on my phone because my laptop is still all fucky from when the cat spilled coffee on it. So this is Run by user Out of Tune 7. Run. And if you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, don't stop.
Don't stop.
It's only been an hour since everyone on Earth, as far as I could tell, heard those exact same words. I was already walking through the park when I heard them, and after seeing what happens, I won't be stopping anytime soon. It's been 2 hours now. I've kept walking. I'm tired, but stopping is not an option. Some people try driving, but the act of getting in a car requires stopping, even for the briefest moment. As those already driving, when they found out the rules, soon found out it's impossible to move indefinitely in a vehicle, especially in a crowded city. Their screams kept me moving. It's been 4 hours now, and I'm exhausted. The only thing pushing me forward being the fear that awaits when I stop. And yes, I mean when. Proven by plenty of those around me, eventually I'll have to stop. Some have just given up, accepting their fate only to immediately regret the decision. Some just couldn't take the screams anymore, and simply don't see the point of continuing. And with every step, I'm starting to become the latter.
Is there a ladder?
No, ladder.
Oh.
L-A-T-T-E-R. I can spell. I'm struggling. It's fine. It's been about 6 hours, and for the first time I saw what happens up close. I was walking aimlessly down an alley, trying to get away from the madness, when I saw a young man no more than 16 crying. Didn't even register at first to me until he made eye contact with me. He had stopped moving. His eyes were bloodshot, not just the whites around his eyes. I mean, the entirety of his eyes were crimson red. Black tears streamed down his expressionless face, and then he smiled. A wide, toothy smile that would have screamed of joy if it wasn't followed by the animalistic screams that would give off the biggest horror fanatic nightmares. I wish I could say witnessing his dying moments was the most horrific thing to happen to me today, but then it hit me. The realization that I had stopped moving.
Oh, shit.
Damn, that was a spooks one.
That was very spoopy.
I like that one. That was spook.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty good.
I got one for you guys. But the camera buttons are different now.
Yeah.
You're good.
Should I do this in my Chato voice?
I don't know.
However you desire.
How bad do you want the podcast to not exist anymore?
Once there was a guy He died.
Oh, shit. Oh, yo. That was so terrifying.
That was pretty good. I like that one. That was really spooky.
So I did include some 2-sentence horror stories in here, obviously.
Yeah.
That was one of them. That was great, Marty. That was fucking spoopy.
Good job, Marty.
Thanks, man.
Let's see. What's my next one gonna be? I had one in mind that I wanted to do. Just gotta find it in here. It's called "What I Saw After I Died."
Ooh.
It's by the same user, Feeling Sky 7775.
Oh.
What I saw after I died. Pain plagued my body, my chest was tight and my lungs were on fire. My limbs were screaming and I could hear sirens blaring in the background. Male, 46, motor vehicle accident, wife and child died on impact. I could feel the faint trickle of blood flowing from my forehead. I need someone doing chest compressions and CPR. My ribs crushed as someone pounded up and down onto my chest. Where's the AED, damn it? I could tell that I was fading. Another voice echoed off to the side. He went 4 minutes without compressions or CPR. It's not looking good. These dumb fuckers over there were just staring at him before EMS arrived. Could have saved a life. Electricity coursed through my body, shock after shock. We're losing him! I slipped into a haze. Everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I was surrounded by a sea of clouds. I looked up. My wife and daughter floated above me, adorned in white. Was I dead? Was this heaven? My wife spoke with a gentle tone, caressing my face. You're here with us now, Jerry. What happened? My wife continued stroking my face. Don't you remember, Jerry? You picked us up from the movies. The car flipped. Alicia and I died immediately, and they couldn't save you in time. My heart sank. Tears filled my eyes, but my wife gently wiped them from my face. I took a breath. Her warm touch comforting me. My spirits soon rose as the thought of spending eternity with the two people I loved the most. But then, my wife's gentle touch ceased. She grabbed me by the chin. The expression on her face grew cold. I need to ask you something, Jerry. I gulped. Tell me, were you drinking again tonight? I froze. She knew, and I couldn't hide it. Tears poured down my face again as I sobbed. I'm so sorry, Elaine. I made a mistake. I didn't realize I was drunk. Please forgive me. I could see anger brewing inside her. It's not your time, Jerry. You don't deserve to be with us. You deserve pain and agony. You deserve lifelong suffering. And when it's your time, you won't be coming back to this place. Everything faded to black again. I woke up to shocks and pounds in my chest. We have a pulse! Isn't that fucked up, dude?
Yeah, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
Pretty spoopy.
That is pretty spooky.
I never really, you don't really think about too much what really... I mean, I guess you do, but, something like that were to really happen after you died?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty spooky, dude.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking spooky.
Tay.
Okay, I can... Alright. This one is, I found a tape of a woman being killed. This is by user O. David. I was at my grandmother's house, helping my grandmother move furniture around. She became my mother figure after the death of my mother when I was a young child. And I'd been staying with her ever since my car accident. My grandmother helped nurse me back to health, so I made an effort to alleviate her of any and all physical tasks, as I felt it was the least I could do. I was in the attic when I accidentally knocked over a box. The box was filled with VHS tapes, the farthest dating back to 1990. All that was written on them was the year. There was a TV in the attic as well, because we use the attic as more like a functioning room than a storage space. So I decided to play the oldest tape. I expected to see happy memories, home videos, scenery, anything other than this. The video starts with whoever is holding the camera filming a woman sitting alone at a small table in a coffee shop. She's reading. The camera was zoomed in on her hair glowing in the light, fixed. The tape then skips to a new setting, looks like somewhere downtown Chicago. I can see the back of the same woman from before walking down the street, oblivious to the person trailing and filming behind her. The sky is now a dark gray, and I can see the lights from passing cars glinting off her shiny boots. The cameraman is clambering and rubbing up. The camera is clambering. I apparently can't say that fucking word. and rubbing up against the jacket of the cameraman. He or she is not far from her, but is far enough away to show that he or she's not with them, clearly stalking her. The scene lasted maybe 5 minutes, the monotonous walking, until it shifted to the woman now bound and stowed in the trunk of a car. She was taped up, unable to speak. All I could hear was the sound of heavy rainfall accompanying her screaming and crying. Her muffled panic broke my heart in two. My spine became frozen. I couldn't open my eyes any wider. Any moment, the film could shift to something so much more grotesque, so morbid, so life-changing, and I could do nothing but watch in horror. Saw a black glove-covered hand sprout from behind the camera and slam the trunk door closed, trapping her inside, and it's now clearly night. The next scene skips to the woman now beaten and bloody while tied to a chair. Looks like somewhere in a warehouse. The only light coming from a single fluorescent bulb above the woman. The camera is steadily held, so much that it seems to be propped up by a stand. I can also hear something shifting around on the concrete, like someone adjusting their stance. It seemed manic. I could hear the clambering of metal, like tools being packed or unpacked from a bag. My stomach now fully turned. The stalker walks into frame, showing only his back. His head was completely covered in a balaclava. He carried a blade in his right hand. My heart completely halted. The stalker held her drooping head up, and I've never seen so much blood in my life. The killer then takes off his mask and stares into the camera, flashing a toothy grin. The film abruptly stops. I was held in place by my now shot nerves. The blood slowed into stillness, completely discoloring my body into a almost corpse-like white. My grandmother was watching me. She shakingly tried to console me from across the room, struggling to form words through the river of tears streaming down her face. She said she didn't want me to remember who I was before my accident.
Whoa, what the fuck?
That was pretty fucking spooky one.
That is pretty spooky, dude.
That one's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep the spooky and scary going. Marty's got a real good one. All the ones I'm already reading are ones that I've curated and gotten from the interwebs.
I swear this was the first one that I clicked on. So.
Yeah, you're gonna love it, Marty. It's a good one. It's pretty long.
So this one is by user Not Liam Shedden By, titled "The Penis Monkey."
Oh, dude, I'm so scared right now.
The penis monkey is an animal being hidden away by the government. However, sometimes the penis monkey escapes custody. Whenever this happens, all he ever wants is to add to his collection of human penis. Whenever the beast adds a new penis to his collection, the pain not having a penis instantly kills the human. I'm a survivor of the penis monkey.
Penis monkey.
And it's time to speak about what happened on that day. I was a doctor who specialized in genital wart inspections.
What the fuck?
Usually, once a genital wart was discovered, I would freeze the area, then sever the warts from the genital using a machete. Then came the day I met the penis monkey.
Penis monkey.
A mail was sent into my office. Once it was time to inspect the genital area, I realized it looked nothing like a human penis. It was dark gray, mixed with brownish green. It had 5-foot-long mushrooms growing off of it. I looked up in horror as I realized this was no man. This was the penis monkey.
Penis monkey.
He looked back at me with a twisted grin. I stood up, started to walk backwards in fear. It dropped the comically large trench coat it was covered itself with. It was 6'9".
Oh my god.
Its body was covered with millions of long, thin, sharp-looking hairs. Its face looked like as if it was peeled off, leaving only its skull in place of its face. Its eyes were pitch black, voids that you could only ever expect to see in cartoons. Its arms were longer than its stubby legs. I reached for the door handle only to find out he locked it before entering.
What?
He started to walk closer to me, as he said in his deep, grainy voice, "Nowhere to run now. Your penis is mine to collect."
Oh, shit.
I realized this was the end for me. As he inched closer to me, I remembered the machete I used to chop off warts. I grabbed the machete and jumped directly towards him. I sliced directly at the monkey's penis. I watched his penis fall on the tiled floor. He let out a shriek as he fell to his knees, clenching his pelvis. It gave me enough time to unlock the door and escape the office room. As I looked back at it, it was slowly starting to regenerate a new penis in place of the last one. I locked him in and called the military. As I was on the phone, I heard scratching at the door while screaming. Once the military came, we opened the door only to find an empty room with a broken window. That day, I quit penis inspection.
Oh, man, that's a shame. Good money.
The government has told me I'm legally required to keep this a secret, but I can't in good heart stay quiet about this. The penis monkey is still out there and on the loose, hunting for more penises for his collection. I don't care if this post gets me arrested, or even worse. People need to know to stay away from the penis monkey. It's been 5 years since his escape. Each year, several people die of penis loss. If you ever see the penis monkey out in the wild, never go near it or let it see you. I see something out my window. It looks a lot like the penis monkey.
Oh my god. Ooh,
Oh my god.
That was spooky, dude.
That
Penis
was a
monkey, dude.
scary one.
That was
Yeah.
real scary.
That was great, dude. I do have a couple that I'm just gonna share back to back. I got some short, scary story ones, like 2-sentence horrors,
Okay.
and I have some a little bit longer one. So I'm gonna start off with a 2-sentence horror. See if it scares you guys, like
Okay.
like it scared me, right?
Okay.
I sure do love sleeping in my bed. I said to myself. Then the boogeyman came to my window and said, "Fuck you."
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's really scary, right?
It's really
Yeah, that
scary.
one's scary.
Here's another one that's going to scare you really good. Boy, I hope my children don't explode. Children exploder. Hello. Oh.
Damn.
Scary.
It's super scary.
I do have one more short, scary story, but I'm going to save it towards the end because it's a callback to our one of our more favorite scary stories that we've done over the years.
Okay.
But I'm going to read you this nice, shorter, scary story. All right? It's called The Thing That Stalked Me in the Tasmanian Highlands by Ya Dikabraz, which I'm pretty sure we've told a story from Ya Dikabraz. This is a repeat. I do apologize, but
I don't think it was this one.
But we'll see. I was on a 5-day trek in the Tasmanian Highlands. On day 2, I camped out on the edge of a lake for the night. I started a small fire, although it was illegal to do so since it was a national park. I felt suddenly as if something was watching me. I noticed something stalking me. I could not see it, just the outline. It was vaguely human-looking. It had been 10 days since my breakup, and I knew they were stalking me. That's why I trekked all the way out into the wilderness. But this was ridiculous. I got out my electronic illuminescence device that used the new light-emitting diode technology and appraised the light beam at the form. It was not my ex. It was a scary monster with eyes like a skeleton and meat for bones.
Oh.
We dined well on dried meat, cheese, bread that night around my small legal campfire, and we drank tea.
Oh.
The end.
That's pretty wholesome.
It's a nice, wholesome story.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
It's my turn.
Are you guys getting scared yet, dude? I'm fucking spooked right now.
Shaking.
Oh, it's pretty spooky.
I'm pretty spooked right now, dude. Look at my antlers, dude.
I can hear them chattering.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
What's his antlers?
See, now they're not doing it, dude.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, shit, dude. I can hear it. I don't understand how a human is supposed to wear these. These are, like, not comfortable. How are they supposed to sit on my head, dude?
They're not. That's supposed to be for a Wendigo.
Yeah.
Well, I am Wendigo.
Yeah.
And then I guess they're comfortable, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Scare it up, Tay.
I got a lot of spooky ones, so sorry.
Scare it up.
All right. So this one is kind of a longer one. So it's my wife has been missing for 15 years until she called my phone out of the blue, which is by user Holly Mae Blissful. I don't like to talk about what happened 15 years ago. I don't even like to think about the fact that on January 7th of 2008, Sarah Collins, beloved member of the community, left home to run an errand and then was never seen again. It was a huge case back then. Everyone seemed to want to know what happened to her, but no one was more desperate for answers than I was. Sarah and I had been married for 5 years. I knew as soon as I met her that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. She had one of those smiles that just lit up a room. That's why it was so hard to believe that such a beautiful, successful woman had seemingly disappeared. They hadn't even recovered her body. 15 years later, they still didn't have a shred of evidence, not a tire track or fingerprint, nothing. The police put out an appeal, but no one came forward. Somehow, not a single person had seen her. It was like she'd vanished without a trace. I think about Sarah a lot. I can never quite bring myself to take down the photos of her around my house. Sarah's bright face still smiles down at me from every room. There's one photo of her from our wedding day that I really love. Looking at it is like looking straight at her. It captured her perfectly. 2 days ago, I found myself staring at it, really getting lost in the details. Her eyes, the way the corners of her mouth were lifting into a smile, the small dimple in her left cheek. I was looking at it so intently that I almost didn't notice the phone ringing. It was the landline phone, which was odd, as no one ever called me on landline anymore. It was all mobiles nowadays. When I looked at the caller ID, it was an unknown number. I shrugged and picked it up anyways. It was probably just the bank calling to confirm something. The call took a moment to connect, but when it did, I heard a strange rustling sound on the other end of the line. Hello? I wasn't in the mood for any prank callers. Is anyone there? Hello? Daniel? Daniel, thank goodness I finally reached you. The voice on the other end of the line was a woman's voice, shaking and breathless. Daniel, it's me. It's Sarah. Are you there? When I heard her name, it was like my heart stopped beating for a moment. Sarah. My Sarah. But that was impossible. Sarah had gone missing 15 years ago. Whoever this was, it was not my wife. I don't know who you are, but you're not Sarah. Stop calling this number. I had dealt with a lot of these calls, especially when Sarah first went missing. Con artists, fraudsters, anyone who wanted to manipulate a grieving husband. I knew none of them were my wife. No, Daniel, wait, you have to listen to me. It's Sarah. You have to believe me. She was sounding shrill and desperate now, even a little hysterical. The lengths that people go to in order to sell a lie is astonishing. Why are you doing this? It's been 15 years since my wife disappeared. What do you want from me? For a moment, the woman on the other line didn't respond, and I was starting to think that the call had disconnected when she spoke again. Daniel, please, it's me. It's your wife, Sarah. I'm telling the truth. It's me. She continued to plead, but I had had enough and I wasn't going to listen to this liar anymore. Don't call this number again. I thought that would do it. She wouldn't be likely to call again, and I assumed it was all over. The next day, I had a friend over to help repair my plumbing system. He was a good friend. I'd known him since college, and he had been there for me when Sarah disappeared, getting me through it. We were both taking a break, catching up on important events in everyone's lives, when the landline phone began to ring again. Sorry, I have to take this. It might be important. I noticed that the call was coming from an unknown number, just as it had the day before. I didn't make the connection right away. After all, it could have just been the bank this time around. I picked up the phone and I heard the same rustling sound. It was unsettling in a strange way. I felt like I'd almost heard it before, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Dr. Daniel, the penis monkey's loose again. He keeps ripping people's dicks off.
Hello? I was already beginning to get a good idea of what this call was, and I wasn't happy about it. I told you not to call this number. Daniel? Daniel, thank goodness I reached you. Daniel, it's me. It's Sarah. Are you there? It was undoubtedly the same woman. I don't have time for this. I know you're not Sarah. Stop calling me. I hung up and walked back to my friend, who looked confused. Who is that? Heard you saying Sarah's name. Is everything okay? It was some prank caller trying to pretend to be Sarah, I told him, rolling my eyes. I thought I'd left it all behind. I even changed my phone number. I don't know how this woman got a hold of my new one. Pretending to be Sarah? My friend echoed. That's really strange. Did you tell anyone about it, like the police? No, there's no need. It's just someone trying to cause a bit of drama. They probably want money or something like that. I made it clear that that was the end of the conversation. I didn't want to continue talking about it, bringing up harmful reminders of the past. I woke up the next day not expecting to get any more phone calls from the unknown number. I made it clear that I wouldn't be participating in her charade. However, I was quickly proven wrong. As soon as I started to walk downstairs to grab a glass of water, the phone rang again. I thought about letting it ring, but I had a much better idea. I was going to issue a much stronger warning to the caller, even threaten to get the police involved if the calls wouldn't stop. That would scare her. I was certain of it. I picked up the phone, hearing the same eerie rustling. I couldn't explain it, but it made a shiver run up my spine. Finally, the call connected. It was the same as the other times, the same pathetic monologue. Daniel? Daniel, thank goodness I reached you. Daniel, it's me, Sarah. Are you there? If you don't stop calling this number, I'll have no choice but to involve the police. This is harassment. If you want money, try conning somebody else. Before I could give the woman a chance to answer on the other line, I hung up the call. Hopefully, this would show her that she wouldn't be manipulating me. I could see right through her elaborate scam. I was sure that my warning would stop the calls coming in. I was so sure of myself that when I heard a loud, persistent ringing the next morning, I didn't even think to connect it to the unknown number calls. I first assumed it was my alarm waking me up, but then I turned to look and the alarm hadn't gone off yet. That was when I reached the conclusion that it was the landline phone. His alarm is just a phone ringing.
Yeah.
Obviously, apparently.
Old man. Yeah.
I rushed down the stairs, wanting to tell the caller that I would be taking police action, wanting to catch out the desperate scammer. Fortunately, I got down there in time and picked up the phone. Holding it to my ear, I heard the same creepy rustling that I had become familiar with. It still made my heart beat faster just for the few seconds until the call connected. Daniel, thank goodness, I finally reached you. Daniel, are you there? It's me, Sarah. I gave you a warning. I said that if you called again, I would be taking legal action. You've gone too far now. I have to do something about this. I waited for the woman to respond. Daniel, no, it's me. I'm not lying to you. I would never lie to you. Daniel, it's me, Sarah. It's your wife. It's me. I can't stand the high-pitched whine of her voice. You're not Sarah. I know you're not Sarah. I will be taking action. Goodbye. I hung up the call for a final time, placed the phone back. I know the woman wasn't Sarah. I know for a fact that she wasn't. I know because on January 7th of 2008, Sarah Collins' beloved member of the community was killed, and I was the one who killed her. Sarah was an incredibly beautiful woman. I couldn't believe my luck when she first started showing interest in me. I didn't exactly have a lot of experience when talking to women, and I was ecstatic that someone like Sarah had chosen someone like me. I loved her for every single second of our marriage. I loved her even when I found out she was cheating on me. I had accidentally stumbled across a string of romantic messages between Sarah and one of her coworkers. She was planning on leaving me for him. Sarah, my Sarah, was planning to leave me for him. I couldn't have that. She was just so beautiful, so bright, so full of life. Couldn't lose her. I just couldn't lose her. So I killed her. I didn't have to think about it for long. It was the only way that she would be mine and only mine forever. If she was dead, she would never leave me. She would always be my Sarah. When the police arrived, I had made an elaborate lie that she'd gone out to run an errand and never come home. The very same lie ended up on headlines of national news. I didn't know if I would even get away with it, but a year passed and then another and another. 15 years passed and no one saw through me. I was about to walk upstairs when I heard a small tapping on the window. Click, click. That was the sound of the window opening, and that's when I heard it. The rustling, right in my own house. Rustling that paralyzed me with fear and set my mind into a state of panic. And then I heard her. Daniel? Daniel, thank goodness I finally reached you. Daniel, it's me. It's Sarah. Are you there? The voice was coming from inside the house now.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That was fucking spooky, dude.
You know what?
Did y'all expect the twist?
Yeah.
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 Do you know what the crazy, fucked up thing of that story is?
Hmm.
Is that Daniel killed Sarah, and it was her on the phone.
Jesus Christ, Marty.
Pretty fucked up, dude. Pretty fucked up.
Holy shit, dude.
Marty's over here, man.
For real?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was fucked up. He killed her because she was like cheating on him. Or like, kind of pretty fucked up.
All
right,
shut the fuck, man.
This story is from user Lighting Nations. My dad gave away my
What's it called?
That's what it's called.
Lighting Nations?
Wait, no, the user. I was saying the title when you...
Oh, okay.
The title is, my dad gave away my custom-made birthday cake to my twin sister.
Oh, shit.
My twin sister always got what she wanted. Her name was Allison, and she loved causing trouble and blaming me for it. One time, she saw Mom made this big lasagna and left it in a glass dish on the counter to cool down. Allison hated lasagna. So she knocked the dish to the floor, shattering it into a million pieces. Then she ran and told Dad I did it. Dad dragged me into my room by the arm, which felt like it was going to rip out of the socket. We learned about sockets in school. Allison told him to take away my Pikachu toy because that was my favorite Pokemon, even though it's not. I just told her it was because I knew she'd tell Dad to take it away all the time. I was crying before Mom came into the room. I told her I would never break the dish, and I knew she spent a lot of time making lasagna. She hugged me tight and said she knew. Mom knows all about all things I like and don't like, and I liked her cooking. Mom never argued with Dad because when she did, he'd yell so loud the walls shook, and she couldn't ever punish Allison because that made Dad really mad. I hated living with Dad and Allison. I even told Mom for my birthday present I wanted it to be just me and her. On my birthday, Mom baked 2 cakes to celebrate. Allison got a French vanilla 5 Nights at Freddy's one,
Oh, hell yeah.
which was her favorite game, and Mom made me a lemon Pikachu one. I got upset because I thought she knew that wasn't really my favorite Pokemon, and I hated lemon. But I didn't say anything because I knew she worked really hard making it. Mom said I wasn't allowed any of Allison's cake, and she wasn't allowed any of mine. Allison complained to Dad, who said she could eat whatever she liked. Allison stuffed her mouth with a piece of my cake, and when my dad tried stopping her, Dad pushed her onto the floor. He ate a piece himself and laughed at her with the yellow frosting flying from his mouth. Allison started making these coughing sounds. Dad went to help, but then he fell to his knees and held his throat. His face got even redder than when he yelled at Mom. Mom pulled a secret Charizard, my favorite Pokemon, cake out of the fridge and carried it over to me. She said that one was chocolate orange, my favorite flavor, and she only made the lemon one because she knew Allison and Dad would want it. They were both rolling on the floor now. Mom led me outside by the hand and asked if I wanted to go on a special birthday trip without Dad or Allison. I asked where we were going, and she said it didn't matter. The important thing is that we were never coming back.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So what happened was that she killed them.
She poisoned them with the lemon cake because she knew they were going to eat it.
Yeah.
And then after they were dying, she pulled out the actual cake.
Yeah. Pretty scary, huh?
That's pretty fucked up.
Murder. Now, I have a scary story to tell you guys. A scary story. You guys scared? Everybody scared? Listeners, viewers, you scared? I hope you're scared.
I'm so scared.
So scared. I'm gonna get scared. Anyway, this comes from user Thrawn911. It's called I See How Much Time People Have Left. And get into character. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I was around 5 when I discovered this superpower.
Wow.
I looked up at my mom and saw something floating near her head. 39 years. I had no idea what it meant. I was a fucking child. Then my father came home. 3 years. Next year, there was only 2 years. Then 1. Then it was 11 months. I started to become scared. It was a countdown. I was afraid he would die when I reached 0. And he did. One morning, he went to work. The countdown said 4 minutes. Half an hour later, we get a call from the police. He died in a car accident. I saw these numbers floating above every person's head I met. It was horrible. I saw how long my friend would live. After a few years, I decided not to just look there. I didn't want to know when I would lose them. When I met my now wife, I never looked at the number, not even once. We've been together for 12 years. I was on a business trip in another state. with my coworkers when I faced my time, I accidentally saw the number above her head. 5 days. What's wrong? She asked. Nothing, I answered. I slowly started panicking. I think I'm gonna come home a few days earlier. I bought a plane ticket immediately after the call ended and left my coworkers there. 5 hours later, I was already on the plane, flying home. I can save her. I can save her. I repeated in my head. I won't let her leave the house that day. She'll be safe. I was so stressed. So I wanted to get some food to calm down. But as I looked at the person sitting ahead of me, he had 1 minute above his head. Holy shit, he's probably gonna have a heart attack soon. I looked at the person sitting beside me. 1 minute. Everyone else on the plane had 1 minute floating above their heads. What the fuck? The plane started to shake. Attention passengers, the flight deck said to the speakers. The weather is quite bad there, here and there. A bit of turbulence. You don't have to worry about it. Everything will be all right. The end.
That's pretty fucked up.
That was super fucked up.
I mean, I thought there was going to be like out of nowhere, you just hear, Allah Akbar!
Do you, Marty, did you see the last one that I have saved for you in there?
No.
It's at the bottom. Bottom of the link I sent you.
Okay.
Very, very one at the bottom.
Very
Same.
one at the bottom.
All right. Y'all ready? This one's also kind of a long one, but it's my last serious one.
Yeah.
All right.
I only have one left.
Oh, okay.
So
And then I got one. Did you say that's your last one?
I have one after this, but it's not long at all.
Okay.
perfect.
So, my online film student kept filming the same dead oak tree by user Panasit. So, an online film student named Jacob submitted a video that made me so horrified that I had to call the dean at 1 a.m. She advised me to turn the clip over to the police. I teach filmmaking at an art college in Maryland during... Huh?
So lame. A loser. Continue.
During the lockdown in late 2020, my filmmaking course was online. My usual first assignment has the students film a setting. With an online class, the students just film around their houses. Most students were happy to show off their gaming setup and action figure collections. A student named Jacob put his camera on a tripod and filmed a dead oak tree in his backyard for about 5 minutes. For continuity editing, I normally have students film a chase sequence or a snowball fight. For online students, just film themselves cooking or playing with their pets. Jacob submitted a video of himself tying a noose, and then he hung a mannequin on the same dead oak tree. I started to get creeped out, but I had to put on a brave face. Horror and film students always go hand in hand, and I don't want to appear like I was easily spooked. For the next assignment, Jacob submitted a clip of a man wearing a medieval jester costume and a smiling mask dancing around the dead oak tree. It was in black and white and was beyond disturbing. I'm used to horror movies being submitted to me by students, but those were gory and wild and fun. This clip was just eerie. After class, Jacob messaged me privately and asked if I was sick of seeing the same tree over and over. Against my preference, I said no. If he found a muse which inspired him, then he should stick with it for as long as he can. It felt like the right thing to say at the time. I found out from other professors that Jacob began incorporating the dead oak tree into all that he did. In photography class, he retouched a photo of a car crash onto a photo of the dead oak tree. In digital illustration class, he drew the dead oak tree with a bunch of people hanging from it. Meanwhile, an aspiring YouTuber named Matt asked if he could submit a Let's Play for an assignment. I normally would say no, but because everybody was in home isolation at the time, I thought, why not? Just, thank you, Jax. He's got a lot going on. I thought, why not? Just add a lot of narration. Matt then invited me to watch him play PUBG live on Twitch. When I did, I was amused to see that Jacob was one of his team members. I asked Matt after the stream how he knew Jacob. Matt said that Jacob was his neighbor only a few houses down the street from him. Matt told me what happened to Jacob back when they were in middle school. Jacob was home alone and a man knocked on the door telling Jacob that he used to live in that house. The man asked his father to build him a treehouse, and just when his father was about to finish it, he fell from the tree and broke his neck. It's been over 2 decades since he moved away, and the man told Jacob that It's been over 2 decades since he moved away, and the man told Jacob he just wanted to see the oak tree again. Jacob didn't let him inside, but said that he could go around and look at it in the backyard. Jacob played video games until his parents came home, where they found the man hanging from the tree. The semester after, in early 2021, Jacob wasn't taking any of my classes, but a cinematography professor video called me about one of Jacob's videos. The assignment was to light up a night scene, and Jacob just filmed a handheld POV shot of him circling around the tree with a flashlight. Which is like that to me is the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not, long exposure, dude. Come on. At least try.
She told me she yelled at Jacob for submitting something like that instead of something more professional. Jacob logged off and she wondered if she had made a mistake. A few days later, at about 11 p.m., Matt was live streaming and I was watching him on Twitch, and I was shocked to see Jacob burst through Matt's bedroom door. He was covered in cuts and bruises, shards of glass were all over his body, and his shirt was soaked in blood. Fresh blood was still dripping from his forehead. Matt fell out of his chair screaming at the top of his lungs, rightfully freaking out. I'll give Matt credit for not cursing and chasing Jacob out of his room. Matt asked Jacob what was wrong. Jacob looked into the camera and asked if I was watching. He told me to check the video he submitted. There were about 20 people in the chat, some of them my students. I signed a dependable student in the chat, asking her to call 911 and told Matt to register basic first aid for Jacob. Just when I was about to call the police myself, I got a notification someone had uploaded a large video file to our department's file storage. I opened it, and it was a video clip said to be uploaded by Jacob's username. It showed Jacob placing a camera into the back seat of his car. He turned from his driver's seat and stared into the camera. My mouth was wide open when I saw Jacob, without turning back to face forward, just step on the gas and crash into the dead oak tree.
Whoa. That was super scary.
Super.
So scary.
So scary.
Are you gonna tell a story, Jax?
What's up?
Jack.
Yeah. I made a friend.
Okay, I got another one. It is by user Mr. Moonface, titled Life's a Beach.
This one really, it's the one I was talking with you about today where I read it and I was like, oh.
Beach. Life's a beach.
The ending is a real beach.
The ending is a real beach. Do you think we'll see a shark? Hudson bounced beside me in his bathers excitedly. Or an octopus? Hudson, can you move? I have my hands full, I say with irritation, cradling Jack with one hand and wheeling the heavy cooler with the other. Get in the car, please. Hudson jumped into the van as I carefully buckled Jack into his baby seat, fussing over his adorable tiny little beach head. As he was fast asleep, his little fist balled up against his head in a peaceful slumber. I pray Hudson won't wake him with his unbridled enthusiasm and place the cooler onto the spare seat. Don't eat any snacks until we get there. I warned Hudson with a grin pointing. I'm watching. I jumped into the front seat with a smile. While it was hard to be a single mother, seeing Hudson's grin at my suggestion of a beach day made all the huffing and puffing out of the house in the heat worth it. Can we get some ice cream? Hudson asked casually in a small voice. I fanned myself dramatically, panting. You know what, bud? It's boiling today, so why not? We'll get some when we're there. The drive isn't far, 20 minutes at most, to the sandy bay. We surprisingly find a park right in the waterfront. Given it was such a sunny day, I would have expected hordes of traffic. The beach! Hudson shouts in delight, practically throwing himself from the car. He grabs the cooler and hauls it off too fast. The food spills everywhere on the baking cement. Hudson, slow down, buddy! I gasp. I get out the car and help him pick his things up. I'm sorry, he says in a lowly, helping me put the fizzing soda bottle back. I just got excited. I cup his cheek with my hand and smile. It's okay, bud. What about that ice cream? His eyes fill with delight. Let's go! That's what he said. The afternoon was everything I'd envisioned, and I was the perfect mom. I held Hudson's little squirming face as I put on his sunscreen. I paddled with him in the cool water and insisted he wear his hat in the baking sun. We got our ice cream, and we sat watching the sunset after a glorious day. This is what I needed, sweetheart, I tell him honestly, watching the beautiful sunset. A day just like this. Ambulances are here. Hudson looked behind me casually, licking the ice cream. 2 of them. 2? Are you sure? I teased him. Yeah, and a police car, too. Oh, man. I hope they don't turn the siren on, I groaned. That'll wake Jack up. At that very moment, the strangest feeling seized inside my body. It was as if someone had reached in and slapped me. I turned slowly to see our locked car that had been baking in the summer sun all day. Ambulance crews swarmed its doors. 2 surfers were speaking with the police. 1 woman in a wetsuit was wailing. I'd left Jack behind.
The shock on Taylor's face, dude. I had the same reaction. I had the same reaction, dude, when I read that the first time. I was like, oh my God.
When a beautiful beach day turns into a prison sentence and a life of therapy for the mom and the son.
You're the worst first 48 narrator of all time. when
beach
then
when
the police they come the police come
when beach day
when
well, Tay, if you want to read your last story, I'm gonna save mine for the very end.
Okay, mine's super short. It's like a 2 sentence.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Tight.
Okay, that's not what I had written. Perfect.
FNAF at 3 a.m. One day I was wondering after Freddy Fazbear came to eat me, and I'm dead now.
Oh my God.
That's by user Coolboy563.
Now that was scary.
I like
That was pretty
Cool Boy.
Now I have one final story to end us for our Halloween episode. Are you guys ready to get super duper scared?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm talking fear just dripping and oozing out of you.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm ready.
Oh God, it's oozing and dripping out of you.
Okay. I already said I was ready.
All right. This comes from user affectionate work 733. Guys aren't ready. It's a 2-sentence horror story.
I'm ready.
Okay. Are you ready, Jax?
I think he's as ready as he can be.
Look at me. Are you ready? I don't think he knows what's going on. No, my son! I cried over my son's dead body. Who could have done this to you? I did, said Knife Guy.
Oh shit, Knife Guy's back.
Knife Guy has returned. Thank you so much for joining us on the Halloween special of Haunts, Graves, and Omens. Omens.
Good
One
job.
shot.
Well, that's actually.
Omens. There it is.
You're really good at that.
Thanks. I practiced a lot.
Said Knife Guy.
Jax is
love it.
so concerned. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Very fun. Well, so we got some fun stuff coming out over the next couple days. This will be out on Sunday. Halloween's on a it's on a Tuesday, so it'll be out within that span. But we're releasing some horror gameplay that me and Marty did to kind of tie into the spooky season because we haven't really been doing the doc, unfortunately. So we figured we would do the doc time and kind of, do some gameplay for you. You guys are going to love it. Super fun playing a game called Fears to Fathom, and we're actually going to film it right after this. But
also, just a quick, what's cool about that game is those episodes we play are pretty much based on Reddit scary stories people tell.
yes,
But true stories.
very true.
So check it out.
Check it out. It's very fun. But other than that, make sure to like, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the fun stuff, TikTok. Go check it out. What TikTok is rolling. We're out there. Do you want to follow me on Instagram? You can at IHuntTheHaunted right there. Go check it out. Taylor or Jimmy Buffett, right?
Yeah, get it right. You can follow me on Instagram at Jimmy Buffett. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lunar Thrill. You can also follow our dog, who is not this one. You can follow Spirit on Instagram at Spirit the Turv. She has her first show tomorrow, so there'll definitely be some posts. First dog show tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Martine.
Hey, fool, I better not fucking catch you following me, eh? Don't fucking follow me anywhere, not even on Instagram, I say.
And remember to... let me get my mask at least. Hold on. Hold on. Let me tie in the costume all together so you all can see it one final time this spooky year. Let's see. It's probably this way. Yes. All right.
No, look.
Remember to stay spooky.
Stay haunted.
And some people say that there's a Wendigo to blame. But I know. That is all my fault, because I'm a creature of the woods. Imagine like a sick guitar solo right here. Jax, what do you think? Jax, what do you think?
No, into the mic.
What do you-
Into the mic. Into the mic.
All right, bye. Happy Halloween, everybody. See ya.